WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Midday with Joe.
All right, time for Midday with Joe, and Joe Martone is ready to have some fun with us today because I have a topic, Robin, for Joe that is right up his alley. I mean, he loves Disney technology and he loves Disney things, and he's got a Disney annual pass, and there's a thing happening at Epcot starting tomorrow, running through February 25th. It was seminars that you might not know about if you didn't know about it. So I'm going to tell you about it. And Joe's in the studio to share some of that with us.
Did you get all? Did you understand all of what he just said?
Yes, I did.
All right, just checking. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Well,
The only question I don't have is what we have to elaborate on. We don't have if there's an additional cost. I don't know.
Yes, we do not know if there's an additional cost.
Who can we call?
I don't know, but I'm going
to dial 1-407 Disney. I don't know what that is.
I have the link to the PDF that I'm going to tell you about. So we'll put that on Facebook, and then when you click on that, maybe there's some more information.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I want to know. I want to go to one of them.
So this is all surface level, but I think you will like these. This is at the Epcot International Festival of the Arts, which starts tomorrow.
The 18th.
And goes through the 25th of February.
February 25th.
So it's more than a month long.
That's your exercise, okay.
And if you don't know about these seminars, you'll probably go have a good time and eat, go have a good time, watch the shows, go have a good time and
learn.
And just enjoy the place and all the things they're doing.
What is it? Epcot experimental?
Experimental prototype.
What is it? Epcot. It's how do you spell Epcot?
Experimental prototype.
Community of
Tomorrow.
Community of Tomorrow.
DPCOT. Experimental prototype, which is nothing like Disney envisioned. It was supposed to be in a dome.
Yeah. But anyway, so you can go and take classes there.
There you go.
That's the part I think is fascinating.
Yeah, 23rd of what? This month? January? Yeah. Okay.
No, 18th of January, tomorrow.
No. The class I want to go to.
Oh, okay. See, we didn't get there yet for the audience. All right, I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a teaser.
We did some show prep.
Teasing.
We did show prep with Joe.
That's teasing.
Oh, there you go.
But just a thumbnail sketch. You can learn how to carve the watermelons for your next party,
and really make it look hollow.
How they do it. You can learn how to create an animatronic robot.
There I am. I'm on that all over.
That's the one Joe wants.
That's the one I want.
They also teach you how to synchronize it with audio. I'm not sure what that is because I've never.
Well, when he opens his mouth, and goes well,
that's what I assume. Yeah.
And the new animatronics actually, the lips come out and go E. You make it E. Your lips, your cheeks go up E. Before animatronics just up and down, up and down, up and down.
Okay.
Now it actually.
So you would go to this class with an advanced understanding of how it was done.
Oh, yes. I've been tinkering with this for years.
Same with me with the digital art. There's a digital art class tomorrow.
Sorry, you got to work. What time?
It's 11:30 tomorrow.
Oh, no. Sorry, you got to work.
Right. So I would, because I know how to do some of that. It would be interesting to see how a Disney artist does some of that.
You mean, that's up a couple of levels, you think?
I would think so.
You think?
There are photography classes. There's the design of merchandise, so that the merchandise sells. There's the design of the store. What's going on?
You can't hear that? Okay.
I hear it. It sounds.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to mute it. Well, as soon as it stops, now I can mute it. I thought I was going to mute it. But hey, everybody, listen to that. You like my music? Hey, I like it. Yeah. All right. Okay. Anyway, that's done. That's all done.
So anyway,
sorry about that. I usually mute it, and I totally forgot to mute it because I was on a call before we got on the air. Okay, boy, all these behind-the-scene things.
All right, now who would ever think that you would need a special class to learn how to photograph fireworks?
Well, you would have to learn to photograph fireworks because it is timed. In other words, you ever sit in the audience and you hear, right? You hear. All you hear is
there anybody out there? Somebody answer the door.
Hey, go answer the door, somebody. There we go. We're on the air. Have a seat. We'll be with you in a while. That's it. That's all that is. Whatever Larry's doing. I don't know.
What Larry's doing?
Whatever Larry's
I think that
doing.
was you. There you go.
That was me.
Hey, that worked.
That worked too.
You should do that every time.
Thank you.
We'll have to have a longer bell.
All right, so I was telling Joe.
Well, anyway, with the photography of the fireworks.
That one, right, yeah.
You're sitting in, if you're sat in the audience and watched the sky, and it's all dark.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden you hear,
Yeah, right.
all right? And then what happens?
Right.
10 seconds or so many seconds, you go, sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. and you see the fireworks.
Right, right.
So I'm presuming with that photography class, it teaches you how to time with the...
I'm
then-
sure you're right.
or something like
I'm
that.
sure you're right.
But then the exposure and everything.
I guess what I was trying to say is I never considered it to be a specialty.
Oh, yeah, but well, see, because you see the results.
That's right.
You know, we don't.
That's right.
We take the results for granted.
That's exactly right. Okay.
Just like when we look at stone. Okay.
The Art of Audio Animatronics, that's on Wednesday the 23rd, 11:30, if you want to go, Joe.
If I want to go.
Okay.
If I want to go.
The Art of Pixelating, you actually get to learn how to use beads to create a pixelated picture that looks like a landscape if you stand away from it for a distance. Or,
So what would you? Well, how would you do it? Like put the beads on the ground, and then when you walk and look down, you see it. Or
I don't know. The class is on the 22nd if you want to go.
No, I'm going to 23rd. I'm not going 2 days in a row.
And Rob and I were talking about this earlier, that
What?
I never knew that if you work at Disney, there's a cosmetologist that'll make sure your skin doesn't have any acne, that'll make sure your hair is correct.
Well, make sure the wig fits on just right.
If there's a wig, I'm sure some of them have wigs.
Some have.
Yeah.
Some grow into their parts. I just seen this lady is playing the godmother of Cinderella, but earlier in her career, she played like Snow White or something, you know?
Oh, really?
And it was a reunion.
Oh, wow.
The lady brought a picture of her when she was a little a child, and her, and then she brought it to her as a fairy godmother.
Right.
And like 40 years ago, it was like brought tears to her eyes.
Yeah. Well,
And she stood in character.
in the new Mary Poppins movie, Dick Van Dyke plays
The banker.
Yeah,
the
the
old
son.
the old version of the son of
Yeah,
himself.
he
right?
plays the junior. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was he all back then? He was all made up to be that old.
Right.
So yeah.
Now he actually looks.
Well, he's 92, I guess. So yeah.
So, all right. So you can also learn how to compose music for scoring a movie.
That's your repertoire.
And this is a guy from Full Sail University down in Orlando.
Full Sail.
Yes.
Full Sail.
You never heard of Full Sail? No. Rob and I went to Full Sail.
Oh yeah, Full Sail is great. In
I did
Orlando.
a whole concert. I did a whole concert at Full Sail.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, it
an
was
app
wonderful.
or something or?
No. It's a university that teaches audio like this, like radio, audio production, like a recording studio.
Is that's the name of it? Full Sail.
Yeah, Full Sail
And
Productions.
that's somewhere in Florida.
Orlando.
It's in Orlando, and if you want to be a student, it's a 13-month program. And
Over a
then-
year. Cool.
Yeah.
Full Sail University is what it's called.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really nice.
Wow.
You can learn how to carve animal rockers out of wood.
I wonder what kind of music they play.
Where?
Different kind of rockers. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, yeah, you got it. Okay.
If I'm going to say them, you're supposed to giggle.
I wasn't sure what you meant.
I know. That's why you didn't giggle.
Some of the ones that seem not to be interesting to you or me probably will be to somebody else.
Well, logically.
How animated films evolve into theme park attractions?
All right. All right.
Now
An
that's cool.
animated film would be the Seven Dwarfs train ride.
Yeah, that's an example. Yeah.
You know. So
So how that all happens?
how did that go from that to that? Or no, even Splash Mountain, Briar Rabbit, and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, somebody get that phone, will you? Hey, the phone's ringing. Okay.
We're so professional here. Love it.
Well, everybody else can hear the phone.
All right, here's another one that I wouldn't think there would actually be a class on it, or you could actually have a profession in
What?
being a prop artist.
Okay, well, you think about it. Harry Potter. Who figured out the wand? The wand.
The wand.
It looks like a stick But no, the end of the stick is made of, or the sorcerers and everything.
Well, Kristen Ziegler teaches this class. She is a set decorator for Walt Disney Imagineering.
Set decorator.
Right.
So Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
Well, look, have you ever seen the castle?
Yeah.
And the moat?
Yeah.
And the big rocks in the moat?
Right.
Yeah.
They end at the water level. There's no rock underneath. It ends.
So this is.
Those are props.
You would think that if you and I were putting it together, we'd put a rock here, put a rock there. Who knows what to do? But this is an actual.
Plus, they're not really rocks. There's fiberglass, or they're made out of that look like rocks.
They're pretty amazing.
Oh, it's amazing! I went through one of the rides. It might have been the Seven Dwarf ride, and I am standing a foot from the rock, and it's not a rock, but boy does it look like one.
All right, here's one for the retail people out there. On February 3rd, there's a Disney store design class being presented again by the Disney Parks store designer. That's her role. Her name is Becky Allen. Learn how Walt Disney World Resort store designers incorporate the science of store planning with the art of retail design to produce world-class stores. You remember you had some comments about some of the stores?
Yeah, I did not like, and I still don't. I went in it. What they did on the store floor, I agree with. They opened it up. It's more, you can navigate easier and see more, but they lost.
Did you say see more about just now?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. That's his name. Seymour Butt. That's it. Yeah. Seymour! Yeah, come over here. All right. They lost, to me personally, this is my opinion, they lost the Disney touch because they had all the fantasy above your head, large and almost in your face. But I mean, it was like you felt Disney when you walked in. Now you feel the presence of a store. That's the way I got it.
Yeah,
you walk in,
I hear you.
It lost the magic. Yeah, the merchandise is there. They, up above, did not distract from the floor. In other words, the merchandise was there. So you want to redo the floor. Give you more space to look at more merchandise, more open and airy. Fine. Why'd you take it away from the ceiling? You don't walk on the damn ceiling.
So it would be interesting to hear what they say about that. I mean, if you brought that up, if you were in that classroom. So if you want to go, just take a tape recorder. I want to hear
called distribution, educational distribution or something, whatever. I took a class in that years ago.
All right, so then there's the Orlando Ballet director is going to be there teaching about dance because they use dance in a lot of Disney stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's phenomenal.
I wouldn't have an interest in that, obviously.
Yeah.
But listen to this one. The art and engineering of the pop-up book.
I would love that. I've tried those. There's got to be a way to do it.
The art and engineering of a pop-up book.
Well, I've seen it where you popped up and a bouquet of roses come out.
Yeah.
It's all out of paper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You got to reverse engineer that, right?
There's a national parks painter. There's a sidewalk painter.
Whoa. Back that up. National parks painter?
Yep. Patricia Cummins is a 12-time National Park Artist in Residence award-winning artist. She will present artwork and show you how to do national park residencies and painting the landscapes for the Disney backup picture, the backgrounds.
Oh, so they would go to a national park and sit there and paint it.
Yeah.
We're out of time.
For Disney backups, yeah.
How many times? How many minutes? How many seconds?
We got 23 seconds.
23 seconds. Oh, that's good. I can handle that.
Why do I smell diesel fuel?
I know.
Yeah, I do too. Right now, I smell diesel too.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're in the studio. Something's coming in from outside, as usual. Hey, it's something else to talk about, right? This is WOCA News Talk. We talk about anything, anytime, just about. We keep you educated, entertained, and perplexed. Remember, this is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, wants to clarify something he said to CNN's Chris Cuomo.
I never said there was no collusion between the campaign or between people in the campaign.
Yes,
I have no idea if I have not. I said the President of the United States.
Giuliani says in a statement today he has no knowledge of any collusion by any of the thousands of people who worked on the campaign. He and the president have said in the past there was no collusion by anyone in the campaign. Former campaign manager Paul Manafort's accused now of sharing polling data with someone allegedly linked to Russian intelligence. Airstrikes are reported against Islamic State terrorists in Syria. The group claims responsibility for a suicide bombing yesterday.
Among those killed, 2 American service members and 2 civilians supporting special operations forces in northern Syria. 3 American soldiers were also wounded. Officials say the Americans were meeting local leaders at the restaurant.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the Pentagon. This is Fox News.
Message and data rates may apply.
When did it become okay for men to be lazier, softer, fatter? We need to bring the men of this country back to greatness with Ageless Male Max, a patent-pending formula with an ingredient that helps boost your total testosterone, promoting greater increases in muscle size and twice the reduction of body fat percentage than exercise alone. Plus, an amazing 64% increase in nitric oxide, which can be handy in the gym and in the bedroom. Take your manhood to the max by trying your first 30-day bottle free. Not 10 days, not 15 days, but a full 30-day supply free when you text the word EASY to 797979. Just pay shipping and handling. Finally, a formula that boosts total testosterone. If your results with Ageless Male Max are too intense, please decrease use. For your free bottle, text EASY to 797979. Text EASY to 797979.
Load it, haul it, dump it, mow it.
Get equipped for anything with a John Deere 3025E compact tractor from AgPro. It's equipped with a low price of $139 per month, and we've got all the attachments you'll ever need. Request a quote at agproco.com. Subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. 20% down payment required. Taxes, freight, setup, and delivery charges could increase monthly payment. See dealer for details.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
The College of Central Florida is committed to being your first choice for quality higher education. CF has locations in Marion, Citrus, and Levy counties and offers more than 60 academic programs. Earn a certificate, associate, or bachelor's degree. With Florida's 2+2 program, a student can complete an associate in arts at CF and be guaranteed admission to a state of Florida university. CF is ranked number 13 in the U.S. for affordability, is military friendly, and offers a full student life experience. Make CF your first choice. Call 352-873-5800.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene and Debbie would like to thank you for another successful year of business and wish everybody health, wealth, and good fortune in 2019. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying and stump grinding. Now is the perfect time for weed control and to take care of those troublesome stumps. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Howell Gene, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Thursday will be a beautiful day with lots of sunshine and a warmer afternoon, the high 69 to 73. Thursday night, patchy clouds, cool, lows in the low 40s in the coolest inland spots, about 51 along the coast. Friday, another nice day with plenty of sunshine and a little bit warmer, the high 72 to 76. Beautiful weather to start the weekend with some sunshine Saturday and a high of 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Palm Garden announces Fast Track. Fast Track. Focused assessment, safe transition. When a new guest is admitted to Palm Garden, we start with the ABCs. A is the assessment to determine what the guest needs. B is for basic care, which is excellent nursing and therapy. And C is for consistency to provide what's needed throughout the stay. Fast Track. Palm Garden will get you home fast, really, really fast. Take a fast tour of Palm Garden, located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Friends, countrymen, tourists, and Ocalans, lend me your ears. Hey, speaking of ears, there is an opportunity for you to help feed and provide good maintenance, housing, and medical care for Marion County's rescued big cats, bears, monkeys, and other disabled or unreleasable wild and exotic animals. Take a tour on Wednesdays or Saturdays of the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Call 352-266-2859. The Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary is affectionately known as EARS.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
And a very frank conversation with you on feminism. And I need women on the phone who are willing to be very frank. We're not going to use any names. And tell us, just answer 8 different questions for us. We'll get into that as we begin the show right now.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Okay, we begin the show in 1 minute. I want to tell you about LifeLock. Stolen identity can be an absolute nightmare. These are the things that destroy your credit, and then you can never get around it. And it's awful. You're not an expert in this, on just even watching out for all these things. But when something happens, you then have to take your whole day after day, week after week, trying to get all of the bad stuff removed from your credit history. It's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. And trying to unwind it, if you get into this, is a total disaster. You have to really stop it before it starts, unless you want this to be your career. Unless you want to school to study to fight against identity fraud.
Or if you've already hired the team to protect you from it, if, God forbid, somebody gets beyond that team, they have in-country specialists that this is all they do. And they know how to unravel it for you. It's still a pain in the butt, but it is better than anything else out there, and it's certainly better than doing it by yourself. It is LifeLock. They detect a wide range of identity thefts. Nobody can stop all identity theft or monitor all transactions and protect everything from you. But these are the best in the business. It's LifeLock. Get 10% off your first year right now if you use the promo code BECK at 1-800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code BECK, save 10%, LifeLock.com. All right, let's begin the show. There's one tradition that I just love, and that is when we all gather around the old set and we watch the State of the Union. Oh, the fun times and fun memories that brings back every year. I hate that. It's one of the worst things ever. It's nothing but a really lousy show. It's state-run television. That's what that is.
That's what it feels like.
It is. It is. And it's like, it's like America's Got Talent or something like that, where the outcome. These judges are going to hate it and these judges are going to love it. Every time.
It's a giant show, and I feel like it's completely inconsistent with the foundations of our country. Like, we don't revere leaders like this. We don't, it's not pomp and circumstance here. And this is the perfect time for Trump to just say, you know what? You're right. It's back to a letter.
I love that.
I would love for him to do that.
The Constitution says that the president I think it even says from time to time.
Time to time or occasion. Yeah, it's like, I think it is.
It's
from
not
time
even
to time.
supposed to be like every January you got to do this. It's from time to time. The president needs to inform the Congress the State of the Union. It needs to say, hey, things kind of suck over here and are pretty good over there. Mm-hmm. It's always been a letter, I think, until either Wilson or FDR, of course.
I think there was maybe one or two exceptions to that. It's an interesting history, actually, but it was never supposed to be. It was never supposed to be. Look, believe me, it was never supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be basically an actual report of what the hell was going on in the country.
Correct. That's it.
And hey, here's a couple ideas of how I think we could fix it.
Right. So it's turned into this giant show. And now Nancy Pelosi, as a punishment, this is how out of touch they are. As a punishment for shutting down the government, says, you know what? Maybe we won't invite you to give a State of the Union. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Please.
He doesn't need a State of the Union. The guy tweets and all you do is talk about it for 6 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, we got it. We got it. Oh, boo-hoo. Now, this again hurts us because we've done a lot of planning. We've got a really good State of the Union broadcast with all hands on deck at the Blaze. Eric Bowling is in Washington with all of the experts. We're going to be based here, checking in with all of the Blaze staff.
Yeah, but bad for us, good for the country.
Yeah,
I'm happy for that
great for the
trade-off.
country. Great for the country. Now, the other side of this, can you hear it in my voice? I'm kind of excited that this might not happen. You know, that the president's not going to give up and give that boring speech every year that every president gives and we all hate. And you've paid me for 40 years. For 40 years, I have been paid to watch that damn speech. I've watched all of them for 40 years. I hate them. I hate them. You're still paying me to watch it. And it's like, this year, you know what, Glenn? You may not have to watch it. Oh, please. Thank you. So, part of it's good for me. Part of it's bad for me, but great for America.
People say we don't give Democrats credit when they have good ideas. Here's one.
Nancy.
Yes.
I love this idea.
What a wonderful idea, Nancy.
This is their punishment. I love this. Okay, so if you decide to do it, Mr. President, you should encourage them not to show up. Now, I don't know exactly how the Constitution works to where if the president says, I'm going to do it, you don't have to show up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my constitutional duty. I think it would be even more fun if they didn't show up.
It's doing it in an empty, or that would be the optics of that might feel a little weird.
Doing it just for the GOP? Yeah. Who do you think wins?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. For the GOP, they'd all be cheering for everything. Yeah.
We're showing up to do we're showing up to do our job.
I just said the speech in the empty room is what I was picturing, but you're right. If the GOP shows up, they're going to be clapping for everything.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if Donald Trump had Ronald Reagan's skill? No president has had Ronald Reagan's skill, but if Donald Trump had Ronald Reagan's skill in an empty chamber, just to walk in and himself go, Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States. And then they open up the doors and it's just him. And he's just walking down. He's got a lapel microphone and he just starts talking to the American people as he's walking down that aisle and just says, look, the government is closed because we can't get our act together on the border. We can't do things that will protect you. So nobody showed up. But you know what? This is supposed to be a letter anyway to Congress. So I wrote them a letter. I don't know if they're ever going to read it because they don't really read stuff around here. I don't know if you've noticed that. But I just wanted to sit and talk to you for a minute. And then don't go behind that podium. Just sit in one of the chairs that they normally sit in. Just don't sit with the American flag, or just kind of prop yourself up next to that podium and just say, so listen, I'm going to only keep you for 5 minutes. This is what has to happen. That would be epic.
And then the 5 minutes should be about term limits. All these people who didn't even bother to show up to do their jobs today, all of them should be out. Get them out of here.
Yes.
They can't sit here, and we're not going to pay them for the next 100 years like they usually want.
In fact, don't even talk about the border. Don't talk about anything. Just say, look, I'm only going to keep you for 5 minutes. We can't get some common sense stuff down that you know. And honestly, your neighbors who are Democrats, they know it too. And they're sick of this. And I've seen the polling. There should be term limits. There's term limits on me, on the president, because nobody should have that much power for that long. These people, some of these people have been here since 1973. Now, Ted Cruz has put together a deal, and with your help, if I said this in front of them, half the room would stand up and applaud. The other half would sit stoic. And if the last president would have proposed what I'm proposing, they would have switched sides. But you want to know one thing, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen because it's a restriction on them. So I'm just asking you, let's get this done.
Yeah, it's among the most popular thing that is in public opinion. I mean, it's something like 83% of people agree with term limits for Congress. It's 80. It is more popular among Republicans by a decent margin than the border wall is. That's how popular term limits are. And you're also getting in the mid-70s of Democrats who agree with it. Talking about getting people who could, and I think Cruz's is worded, I believe, 3 terms in Congress and 2 terms in the Senate. And then you're done.
That's enough.
You're there that's already 18 years.
Yeah.
And you could still run for president afterwards.
Yeah. And
so,
there's plenty of
opportunities.
Long. I don't even think it should be that long. But that 18 years.
I mean, he's I think, being pragmatic here and saying, if you make it too short, no one's going to vote for it. But still, 18 years is plenty of time for you to be in the government. Your working life is from 20 to say 70.
I'm sorry.
You're talking about 20 to 60. You're talking about half your working life.
This is one problem we do have with the Constitution. And that is the Constitution was not written for a Congress that was seated year round. The Constitution was written for a Congress that showed up in the summer and did a couple months of work and then left.
And went and did real jobs.
Yes. Okay. They should not have the power over their own salary and over their own jobs. I mean, look, the president, you think the president would have ever said, yeah, you know what? Term limits on me.
Right. There needed to be someone who enforced it
on the outside. Right. Why are we expecting these people who would say, you know what? I know I'm here and I'm doing a great job right now. And inside, I'm really not doing a great job right now. But you say to your boss, I'm doing a great job right now. But you know what? In 10 years, you should fire me. No one would say that.
Mm-hmm. And, every time you bring up term limits, there's somebody who says, well, the problem is that lobbyists will be in control. Have you watched Washington lately? What do you think's happening now? These people have made 40-year relationships with lobbyists.
Horrible.
Who are writing the bills for them. At least it would be new people they had to convince again.
Horrible. Okay. We come back. I want to talk to you a little bit about the women's movement. We got a big monologue on this today. We've worked a couple of weeks on the TV show for tonight to tell you really who these people are that are organizing the women's movement. We're going to break for 1 minute, then right back into that. I need your help on this. But first, let me tell you, our commercial sponsor is X-Chair, xchairbeck.com. Stu, how do you like your chair?
I love my X-Chair, Glenn.
Difference between the last chair that we had, which is a pretty good chair, and this chair?
It's immense. It's a very big difference, and we sit here for hours every day because it's not only this, it's meetings beforehand, it's meetings after, and you spend a lot of time in a chair, which most people do if you work in an office or if you have a home office, and you're sitting there over and over and over again. At the end of the day, your back hurts, you're aching, you just want to stand up and do something different. You don't have that problem with the X-Chair. You're comfortable.
I have a bad back, and sitting in an uncomfortable chair or even a nice car without really good back support, I'm just toast. This is a great supportive chair. Find out for yourself. Money back guarantee. It's X-Chair. Xchairbeck, letter X, chairbeck.com, or you can call 844-4X-Chair. 844-4X-Chair. You get $100 off. Plus, if you use the promo code Beck, you're going to get a free footrest as well. Xchairbeck.com. Let's break for 10 seconds and right back into the show. so tonight we're doing a big deal on the Women's March and who's really behind the Women's March. And we took Kevin, one of our researchers and writers, and said, take a couple of weeks and really look at this. He came in this morning. He's like, we could do literally a week's worth of shows behind all of the people that are involved in this at the upper levels that are anti-Semitic and racist and just bad people. We've narrowed it down to the four leaders, the people that, was it Time Magazine or I think it was Time Magazine that said we're the people of the year. Fortune Magazine ranked 3 of the 4 that we're going to do today as the world's greatest leaders just last year. We're going to show you why. Not so much. Not so much. This is not about being open, being honest, being loving to everybody, making sure that we hold women up. It's not. It's not. It's about racism and anti-Semitism. And we're going to show you the videotape tonight. It'll blow your mind. Tonight at 5 o'clock, only on the Blaze TV. But Stu was reading an article from a woman who said, look, the feminist thing, the Me Too movement is dead unless we start looking at toxic femininity as well.
And this is where we need you to participate. If you are a woman and you are willing
not somebody who identifies as a woman today, please.
Wow, that's hateful.
That is
wow. I can't believe
you actually have to be an in-the-pants woman.
You got to have them lady parts.
Right.
If you got them lady parts, call us up, 888-727-2325, or 888-727-BECK.
We have several questions for you, 8 questions based on this survey. We're not going to give them to you in advance. We're not going to ask your name. We won't give any identifiers. We're going to just call you your caller number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want you to be really honest and answer these questions that... this author says, until we actually address toxic femininity, we won't get anywhere.
Yeah, it's interesting. And by the way, you don't have to say that you've done any of the things we're asking about. It's someone that you have personal knowledge with, your circle of friends, someone who...
Got to be somebody you actually know, not like, oh, yeah, I have a friend who told me a story. No, it's either you or someone you know.
Mm-hmm. So it's Megan Daum. She writes in Medium. She asks these questions and posts them and then says, in a hypothetical gathering of every woman I've ever known or encountered, I'm imagining a football stadium at decent capacity. I'm certain there is not a single one of these questions that, if answered honestly, wouldn't send hands in the air, including my own. We all hear too much about toxic masculinity, the term that refers to the way traits like aggression and emotional repression are baked into male social norms. It also frequently shows up in online feminism as lazy shorthand for registering disapproval of just about anything men do at all. But when are we going to grant equal rights to women and admit that toxic femininity also exists and can be just as poisonous? We've established that men are socially conditioned to think that women owe them sex. But what about the women that assume that men should be grateful for any sex they get? Throughout my life, I've heard countless men tell stories about going ahead with sex even though they didn't really want to. Sometimes it was because they didn't want to hurt a woman's feelings, or other times it was because they feared being perceived as having a low sex drive. A remarkable number of men have told me about times when women approached them, often wordlessly, and initiated sexual encounters without the slightest provocation or questions asked. In some cases, probably a lot of cases, the men were happy to oblige the women's desires. In other cases, though, they went through with the encounters because they didn't want to make an awkward situation even more awkward. These stories have been relayed to me in a tone that I can only describe as bafflement. The men are not complaining, but they're not boasting. If anything, they seem to be struggling to find the words to describe a not entirely welcome encounter that they felt that they had no right to regard with anything other than gratitude. Needless to say, if you imagined any of these situations with the genders reversed, you'd have the potential for a very different framing. She goes on and on to talk about this, and
I find it amazing.
I think the thing that gets lost in these ridiculous gender battles, and I think we saw an example of it the other day, too, with the radio show where the CNN analyst accused the black host of having white privilege because he was conservative. And it's like, there's just this reflexive thing. Anytime a guy does something wrong, oh, it's toxic masculinity. And instead of just realizing and admitting something that we all know, is that people are awful a lot. regardless of their gender, sometimes people are awful. We've all known awful people of our gender, and we've all known awful people of the other gender, and approximately 48 of the other 64 genders. We've all known people, including women, who have done really shady things. And you know where I hear it most from? Oh, women. Yeah. Women are the people who always have examples of their friend that they don't really like, and they had to deal with their nonsense about how they did something to a boyfriend they shouldn't have, or they lied about this, or they treated, they did, and we'll give you the examples here in a moment, but all sorts of things that use their femininity to their advantage to try to take advantage of somebody else.
Should we just start asking some of these questions? We have some callers. Instead of taking them all at once,
sure,
maybe we take them one at a time. Let me go to person number 5, please. And we don't want you to identify yourself in any way because we want to make sure you can answer honestly. Welcome to the program. How are you?
Thank you. Good. Thanks. How are you?
All right. Good. We're going to ask you. I think it's eight questions.
Should we? Because we only have about a minute here, and we have the 8 questions. If we give them away, then I think we need to have the multiple people on.
You're thinking that the people won't...
Well, no, I think it's interesting to hear the initial reactions rather than people preparing for the answers.
Okay,
so
all right.
Hold on one second, person number 5, and we'll come back to you.
We're going to come back then. Mm-hmm. I just think it would, because I have questions on all of these because you went through them, and about a third of them I was like, no way
anybody ever did that.
No way,
and you're just naive.
And you're like you're
totally naive.
Yeah, I am so clueless.
And to be fair to Glenn, he didn't talk to a girl until about 32.
True.
That's so
very, very, very true. So I'm completely in the dark on this one. I'm really excited to hear what this audience will admit to, either on themselves or that they know of people, and it has to be firsthand.
Yeah, not an urban legend from your town.
No.
Right? Like it needs to be...
Oh, I know this girl. So I went to school with her and everybody talked. No. Your friend that you've known for a long time admitted to you that this is what they did or that you did it. That's why we don't want any identifiers on there. We need you to be completely honest. And about a third of these, I've got questions. We'll go to that when we come back in just a minute on the Glenn Beck program.
You're listening to Glenn Beck.
All right, let me tell you about LifeLock, our sponsor for this half hour. We thank them so much for being a sponsor. LifeLock they're the people that stand guard over your information. They stand guard over your social security number and your identity and your bank accounts and your credit cards. If somebody is opening up, I've had somebody open up insurance under my name. Somebody who's tried to, several people have tried to take a credit card out under my name.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, and I tried to explain. He's a friend. He wouldn't do anything nefarious like that. And LifeLock has alerted me, and they got it. We got it. Don't worry about it. Just wanted to check. LifeLock.com. You need somebody watching over you. Nobody can stop all bad things from happening, but they're the best in the business. LifeLock.com. Promo code Beck or 1-800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock. LifeLock.com.
Big day today, the debut of the season of Louder with Crowder with Steven Crowder on blazetv.com/Beck. Use the promo code Beck and save some money.
AccuSleep offers a safe and effective medical option for those who suffer from sleep disorders of all kinds. AccuSleep makes restoring healthy sleep patterns possible. No medication, no surgery, just good, sound sleep. Mend your sleep so you can stop counting sheep. Experience restorative sleep at AccuSleep, the acupuncture sleep clinic in Ocala by calling 352-615-5566.
Why why not serve a delicious, intimate, and very easy dinner from Honey Baked Ham of Ocala? They have about the best ham produced ever, and turkey breast or beef pot roast or pork roast.
I thought they just served whole or half hams or turkeys that you picked up at Thanksgiving or Christmas.
They have so much more. They have a cafe and do all kinds of hot and cold catering. They'll do most of the work while you get all of the credit.
Where are they?
Southwest 27th Avenue, right behind Best Buy. Give them a call at 861-0011.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala.
President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, wants to clarify something he said to CNN's Chris Cuomo.
I never said there was no collusion between the campaign or between people in the campaign.
Yes,
I
you
have
have.
no idea if I have not. I said the President of the United States.
Giuliani says in a statement today he has no knowledge of any collusion by any of the thousands of people who worked on the campaign. He and the president have said in the past there was no collusion by anyone in the campaign. Former campaign manager Paul Manafort's accused now of sharing polling data with someone allegedly linked to Russian intelligence. Airstrikes are reported against Islamic State terrorists in Syria. The group claims responsibility for a suicide bombing yesterday.
Among those killed, 2 American service members and 2 civilians supporting special operations forces in northern Syria. 3 American soldiers were also wounded. Officials say the Americans were meeting local leaders at the restaurant.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the Pentagon. This is Fox News.
Message and data rates may apply.
When did it become okay for men to be lazier, softer, fatter? We need to bring the men of this country back to greatness with Ageless Male Max, a patent-pending formula with an ingredient that helps boost your total testosterone, promoting greater increases in muscle size and twice the reduction of body fat percentage than exercise alone. Plus, an amazing 64% increase in nitric oxide, which can be handy in the gym and in the bedroom. Take your manhood to the max by trying your first 30-day bottle free. Not 10 days, not 15 days, but a full 30-day supply free when you text the word EASY to 797979. Just pay shipping and handling. Finally, a formula that boosts total testosterone. If your results with Ageless Male Max are too intense, please decrease use. For your free bottle, text EASY to 797979. Text EASY to 797979.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. A Florida Highway Patrol trooper struck and killed a 73-year-old Bellevue man yesterday while the man was walking along U.S. Highway 441 near Southeast 74th Terrace. Firefighters in Florida saved a 6-year-old Weimaraner named Joker after the dog was overcome by smoke during a house fire in Daytona Beach. Officials in Key West took the initial steps toward banning the sale of sunscreens containing 2 ingredients that could be harmful to coral reefs. A Florida sheriff's deputy has resigned after being arrested on charges that he battered a couple at a strip club. A 38-year-old Florida man was killed in a road rage shooting in Pasco County. Airbnb says rental hosts in Florida earned a combined $810 million in supplemental income this past year. And Epcot's annual festival celebrating the arts, culinary, performing, and visual has returned to Disney World. The Epcot International Festival of the Arts runs from January 18th through February 25th. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Thursday will be a beautiful day with lots of sunshine and a warmer afternoon, the high 69 to 73. Thursday night, patchy clouds, cool, lows in the low 40s in the coolest inland spots, about 51 along the coast. Friday, another nice day with plenty of sunshine and a little bit warmer, the high 72 to 76. Beautiful weather to start the weekend with some sunshine Saturday and a high of 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene and Debbie would like to thank you for another successful year of business and wish everybody health, wealth, and good fortune in 2019. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying and stump grinding. Now is the perfect time for weed control and to take care of those troublesome stumps. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Howell Gene, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Load it, haul it, dump it, mow it.
Get equipped for anything with a John Deere 3025E compact tractor from AgPro. It's equipped with a low price of $139 per month, and we've got all the attachments you'll ever need. Request a quote at agproco.com. Subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. 20% down payment required. Taxes, freight, setup, and delivery charges could increase monthly payment. See dealer for details.
15 seconds.
Toxic femininity problem in America. Is it actually an issue? By the way, if you're hearing hammering in saws, it's actually 4 stories above me. We've had to replace the roof of our studio complex, and it's a massive complex. It's going to take us about 90 days, and so you will hear things in the background. Unfortunately, I apologize for this.
It's not Jeffy having a moment.
Yeah, I know. Last night we were doing one of the shows, and it sounded like we had piled a bunch of, lactose intolerant elephants up on the roof. But anyway, toxic femininity. There's an article on Medium that talks about, from a woman who says, if I got a group of my friends together and they all talked about the truth, they would all answer yes to most, if not all, of these questions. I find this hard to believe, but we have 12 people on the phone. They're from the ages of 35 to 70. It may be different below 35, but we'll see. This group is 35 to 70 years old, 12 different people. Can we conference call all of them together?
Do we have the technology?
I'm not sure. Now, here's the thing.
Attempted this in the studio.
As we put all of them together, ladies, please do not identify yourself in any way other than your number. Because some of the questions get a little dicey, and we just want to make sure that nobody is revealing anything that everybody else goes, what? So here we go. We're going to start from number 1 to number 12. Don't identify yourself in any way, but we just want an honest answer on these questions. Here's question number 1.
Have you ever behaved badly and blamed it on your period?
Number 1.
Or you or somebody that you know?
No.
No, number 2. Number 2, no. Are you there?
Yes, the answer is no.
The answer is no. Number 3.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Because I was going to remind you you're under oath, ladies, okay?
Number 4.
No.
Number 5.
No.
Now remember, we're saying anyone you've ever known.
Yeah, anyone who you have personal...
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Maybe we should... Okay, so wait, let's do this again. Right. You or someone you personally know, and they got to be a friend.
Yeah.
So let's just start at the beginning again. You have ever done something and blamed it on your period, you or someone who is firsthand knowledge very close. Yes or no, number 1. Don't listen to the radio, please. Listen to the phone. Number 1. Number 2.
Yes.
Yes. Number 3.
Absolutely.
Number 4.
Yes.
Number 5.
Yes.
Number 6.
No.
Number 7.
Yes.
Number 8.
Yes.
9.
Oh, yeah.
10. Number 10. Definitely. Number 11.
Yes.
Okay.
So 9 of 11 on that one.
9 of 11. Okay. Here's question number 2.
Have you or anyone you have personal knowledge of in your circle of friends ever acted helpless in the face of an unpleasant, if not physically demanding task, like dealing with a wild animal that's gotten inside the house?
Number 1.
No.
Number 1 says, I think no. I'm losing number 1. Number 2.
Yes.
3.
You bet.
I'm in love with 3.
I have 2. Number 4. Number 4.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry, that's me.
Yes.
Not me, but somebody else.
Yes, okay. Number 5.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Number 6.
Yes.
7.
Yes.
8.
Absolutely.
9.
Not me, but somebody else.
10.
Damsel in distress here.
Number 11.
Yes.
Yes, okay. We are talking to 11 women aged 35 to 70, asking them questions about toxic femininity. Question 3.
Okay, they're going to get a little bit harder here.
They're a
as we
little
go.
dicey.
Have you or anyone in your circle of friends coerced a man into sex even though he didn't really seem to want it?
Oh.
Number 1.
I think we've lost number 1.
I think we've lost number 1. Number 2.
No way.
Number 3.
Probably have made a sport out of it.
Number 4.
No.
5.
Never.
6.
No.
7.
Not that I recall.
Number 8.
No way.
9.
Not yet, but I'm newly single, so I'm on a bubble on this one for a few months down the road.
Number 10. Number 10.
Yes.
Yes, number 11.
All my men wanted it.
All right.
Well, again, you can blame this on your awful friends. It's
Yes.
totally fine.
Yeah, you don't have to admit to it yourself.
Right. That's
all right.
Okay. Next one. Have you or anyone in your circle of friends over your life thought you were at liberty to do some sort of coercing because men always wanted and should feel lucky anytime they get it?
No.
That's number 1.
Yes.
Number 2.
Yes.
Number 3.
Come on. Absolutely. 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 Hands down.
I've got to. We have to have another conversation with number 3.
We need to set up a podcast with number 3.
Right. Number 4.
I don't understand the question. Could you?
Yes. Go ahead.
So if you then a lot of this goes back to the coercing. If you don't know anyone who's ever coerced someone or you kind of prodded them into sex even though you weren't sure they were necessarily that much into it, did you justify that as men always want it and they should be lucky anytime that they get it?
Yes.
Okay. Number 5.
No.
6.
Yes.
7.
Yes.
8. 7 and 4. 7 and 3 should never get together.
They'd be driving off a cliff at the end of that movie.
8.
No.
9.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you are an instigator as well. Number 10.
No, not so much.
Okay, and number 11.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, that was one of those that I thought. No. I mean, I can't. I mean, I could see it occasionally. What was the score on that? What was
6 out of the 11 said yes to that.
6 out of the 11.
Okay. Next up, have you or you can absolutely blame someone else in your circle of friends. If you've ever threatened to harm yourself if a man breaks up with you or doesn't want to see you anymore. Do you remember this from high school or college?
You or someone else. Number 1.
No way.
Number 2.
Oh, at the ripe age of 15, yes.
Number 3.
Not a chance.
Number 4.
No.
5.
No, never.
6.
I just did that last week.
Number 7.
No.
8.
No way.
9.
Hell no, but I've had it done to me.
10. By a woman or by a man?
By a man.
Okay. Number, I did 10, 11.
No man's that important.
Good for you.
You actually skipped 10.
Oh, did I skip 10? Number 10.
I've known a couple of people, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
What happened to 12?
Oh, do we have 12?
You said you did.
Oh, well, we only have 11. I'm looking up, and I thought we had 12, but we only have 11.
Okay, next one. Now, these are going to get, these can be harsh. Again, think about back in your life, the friends that you've had, maybe made questionable choices. I know we've all had these friends, but we're going to get a little tough here. Any of these people that you've known in your life been physically abusive with a male partner, knowing you'd be unlikely to face any legal consequences?
Wow.
Oh, never.
Okay, there's number 1. Number 2.
No.
3.
Yes.
Well, I won't ask.
No. That's not you're not your role here is to ask.
I know. Number 4.
No.
5.
No, never.
6.
Does pushing him down the stairs count?
Yes, it does. 6.
Oh.
7.
I do know one person, yes.
8.
I know one person who saw the evidence after it was over, yes.
9.
Does it count if you've been drinking?
Yes, it does.
Well, then yes.
Yes, said the judge.
Yes. That was number 9?
9.
Number 10.
Number 9.
What did you say, number 10?
I know we're anonymous, but it was not me, but I do know someone.
Okay. Number 11.
Yes.
Wow.
That was higher than I expected on that one.
A lot higher than I expected.
Okay, 2 more, guys, and you're doing a great job blaming all your friends for everything. Okay, have you or anyone in your circle of friends lied about being on birth control or faked a pregnancy scare to see how a man would respond?
Absolutely not.
Okay, number 2.
Absolutely not.
3.
Never.
4.
No.
5.
Yes.
Okay. 6. Nobody has friends because
this is what I feel is common.
Yeah, I know somebody who's done this.
I would have said this one was 15 out of 11.
Yeah, me too. Where are we at? Number 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a friend that did that one.
Yeah.
Number 7?
No.
8?
No way.
9?
Good Lord, no.
10?
Quite a few, actually.
Yeah. 11?
Yes.
I thought that would be a lot higher.
Yeah, this is so common. It even happened on the documentary The Office.
Which wasn't a documentary.
And then finally, okay, this is again you or your circle of friends. Have any of them ever manipulated a divorce or a child custody dispute in your favor or in their favor by falsely insinuating that a man had been abusive to you or your child? Again, your circle of friends would count in this as well.
After 41 years, no way.
You have good friends.
Number 2.
No.
3.
Not for me, and truly not for anybody I know.
4.
I say no, but I bet the liberals will answer these questions much differently than us.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
I was just thinking that I think with a younger group, it may be different with those under 35. And also, I think with a group of different, set of values. Okay, so what number we were at? Number 5, I think?
Yeah.
Number 5.
Yes, but it was reversed. It was a man who was doing it to the woman.
Okay,
that doesn't count. Mm-hmm. Okay, number 6?
No. No.
Number 7?
No.
8?
No, and if they did, they would no longer be my friend.
Good for you.
Good for you. 9?
I echo her sentiments exactly, so no.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, dear.
10?
You're welcome.
Yep, ditto.
And 11?
Yes, sadly.
So can I ask just...
11 was yes?
Yes, sadly, she said.
Wow.
Can I ask, do you believe that toxic femininity exists, ladies? You can just...
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely.
100%.
Women can be about it. Women can be.
Okay, all right, ladies. It was a yes or no question.
This isn't a party line.
Please will say no, though. Please define for me what is toxic femininity.
I think the things that they're saying about toxic masculinity, that there are guys that are jerks and will use, they're self-centered. They'll do whatever they want to get what they want. I think that is not a male problem. It's like racism. It's a human problem.
Yes,
Agreed.
exactly.
Absolutely. Over the age of 44 doesn't do
All
that.
right, here we go. Full sentences will not work in this format. We got to break, but thank you. That was great.
Ladies, hang on the phone. I want to send each of you, give the producer your name. I want to send each of you an autographed copy of my new book. But thank you for being on. So stand by.
That was very interesting. Very interesting to hear that.
Fascinating.
And to the author's credit, Megan Dom's credit, we got a yes at least for every single one of them, and some of them unanimously yes.
When we come back, we'll run down those yes or no. We'll give the final score on each of them. All right, our sponsor this half hour is Relief Factor. Relief Factor has helped me live my life in the last year. Look, I know constant pain. I know pain that just does not go away. And I am, there's somebody who it was Eric Bowling, who is against opioids. I am not. When there's no reason for anybody to be in pain in today's world anymore. But everything comes with a price. I personally am not willing to pay the opioid price. I'm an alcoholic, and I know me. And so I guard everything that I put into my body. And when I have to take like an opioid to kill pain, I guard. They're in a safe. I don't have them. My wife has to dispense. I don't want to live that way. And I also can't live in pain. I tried Relief Factor a year ago. It worked. Try it for 3 weeks. It'll cost you $20 to try it. But I'm telling you, if it works for you like it does for me, that's the best $20 you'll ever spend. So Relief Factor. It's about $1 a day to take it. You take it 3 times a day. Relief Factor. Please try it and get your life back. ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-500-8384. 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hello, gorgeous. Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358.
Folks, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens proudly announces the 2019 Camellia Show Spectacular. It's here right now. Come stroll this unique 65-year-old 5-acre garden just beginning to burst in bloom. Better yet, you can get your own famous Bob Wine's Camellias for as little as $9.99 each in your choice colors, red, white, or pink. A great selection in all sizes, with prices up to $149 for the most glorious, rare, and spectacular specimens. And don't forget this, right now, this week only, a half-price sale on trees. Don't miss it. All trees, half price, this week at Bob Wine's, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, open till 4 Monday through Friday, till 2 on Saturday, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Thursday will be a beautiful day with lots of sunshine and a warmer afternoon, the high 69 to 73. Thursday night, patchy clouds, cool, lows in the low 40s in the coolest inland spots, about 51 along the coast. Friday, another nice day with plenty of sunshine and a little bit warmer. The high 72 to 76. Beautiful weather to start the weekend with some sunshine Saturday and a high of 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Greetings, good citizens. Join me, Merlin the Magician, at the 33rd Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair, January 26th and 27th and February 1st, 2nd and 3rd at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. Join the colourful cast of characters on the streets of Hogtown, where you'll find medieval merriment for the whole family. Cheer on royal knights as they joust for their lady's honour. Watch King Arthur and his good knights stand against the forces of evil in a living chess match. Then wander through the marketplace where hundreds of artisans sell their medieval wares. Come one, come all to the Hogtown Medieval Fair, funded in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County.
AccuSleep offers a safe and effective medical option for those who suffer from sleep disorders of all kinds. AccuSleep makes restoring healthy sleep patterns possible. No medication, no surgery, just good sound sleep. Mend your sleep so you can stop counting sheep. Experience restorative sleep at AccuSleep, the acupuncture sleep clinic in Ocala, by calling 352-615-5566.
We just asked 11 women toxic femininity. Can you summarize quickly here in the minute we have?
Yeah, the circle of friends as well. 9 out of 11 had behaved badly and blamed it on their period. All 11 had said they had used their femininity to get out of a tough task. 2 out of 11 said they had coerced men into sex. 6 of the 11 said them or their friends had done coercing because men always want it. 3 of the 11 said they had threatened to harm themselves if a man broke up with them. 6 of 11 said they were abusive with a male partner, knowing they wouldn't get any consequences. 4 out of 11 said they had lied about being on birth control or faked a pregnancy scale. And 1 out of 11 said they had manipulated a divorce or child custody dispute in their favor by claiming abuse.
Unbelievable.
You're listening to Glenn Beck.